Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Wiranto. I'm from class PBA 1 and 2. My student number 204-00117-029. Secondly, I will tell you that this is my mid-test video that explained to you about interactional spoken discourse, transactional spoken discourse, and performance spoken discourse. I will clarify one by one to you with the outline, theory, example, reason for analyzing the discourse, how to analyze the discourse, things that we found in this analysis, and the implications of the analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, the verse, let's start with. I would like to explain to you about interactional speaking. Interactional speaking is discourse as structured situations of language use, how discourse works in casual situations, and approaching effective communication outside the pedagogical setting in social life or social interactions. So, about interactional speaking, we can say that interactional speaking is as well as casual conversation or interactional speaking. The example of this is casual conversation and classroom conversation. The reason for analyzing this discourse is to be successful in social interactions, not only how to master in language form, but also to know language function. And the main reason for analyzing the discourse is provide information about the descriptions of exchange structure, discourse sequence, language functions, as well as internal structure existing in the use of language in social conversations for language pedagogical purposes. Next, the next is how to analyze this discourse. So the first is we have to analyze the exchange structure or discourse sequence. To know about how to analyze this discourse, we take an example. A. Are you busy? B. Why? A. I'm going for a drink. B. Can't. I've got exams to mark. B. A. That's too bad. So the verse is analyze exchange structure, discourse sequence. The verse, are you busy? It is initiation. The next, why? It is response or initiation. The third, I'm going for a drink. It's initiation, a response, or initiation. And the fourth, can't. I've got exams to mark. It's response. And that's too bad. It is follow-up. The next is we have to analyze the discourse moves or functions. The first, are you busy? It's a question. Why? It's a question. I'm going for a drink. So it's information. Can't. I've got exam tomorrow. So it's rejection. And the last, that's too bad. This is responding rejection. The third is we have to analyze the internal structure. For example, from this example that I have explained to you, the internal structure is A, B, ABA. Okay, we move to the result or the things that we found in this analysis. So from this analysis, from the example, we found that the internal structure of casual conversation extract that I have explained is ABA. So there is a pattern of that example of that casual conversation. And the last, for interactional speaking, the implication from analysis. The first is use the discourse sequence as a pattern when a teacher needs compile conversation. The second is use the utterances from the data as natural language expression which can be used prior to conversation. And the last is use the internal structure to determine turns in the conversation. The information will be very, very helpful for teacher in English language teaching. So we move to the next discourses. So we move to the second discourses. It's all about transactional speaking. Transactional speaking is spoken discourse that makes a verb to describe function as a medium for transmitting message in our social life. The examples is from transactional speaking, such as debate and discussion. So this example is very, very clear to tell us about from the definition of transactional speaking. And the next is how to analyze the transactional speaking. So from this item about how to analyze, we get an example from debate session from Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. So how to analyze? The first analysis is analyzes the initiation or generic structure from Lester Holt as presenter of that debate session. The first is opening. The second, introducing the participants. The third, structuring the debate organization. And the fourth, welcoming candidates. The fifth, introducing topics. And the sixth, inviting arguments. So that's the analysis from generic structure, the initiation from the Lester Holt. And the second is analysis the response or the generic structure from Hillary. The first is opening, second is overviewing the topic, the third is stating solutions, and the fourth is giving recommendations. So that's the analysis from the response from the Hillary Clinton. The third is analyze the follow-up. There is a follow-up from the Lester Holt. And the fourth is analyze the initiation. Analyze the follow-up and analyze the initiation from the Lester Holt is after analysis the response from the Hillary Clinton. And the last is analysis the response. It's from Donald Trump. The first is opening. The second is overviewing the topic. The third is stating solutions, and the fourth is giving recommendation. So that's the analysis, how to analyze about transactional speaking as well as possible. And the next we will tell about the result or the things that we found from this analysis. So this analysis has conclusion that transactional spoken discourse or the results of this analysis has discourse pattern, which consists of three components: initiation, initiation I, response R, and as well as follow up. So we can say that follow up is such as like optional in transactional spoken discourse. So we have to give underline for that follow up is uh, optional for the transactional spoken discourse. So next, and the last explanation about the transactional speaking is about the implication from analysis. The implication from analysis are: the first is the teacher may use the discourse sequence as a pattern to compile transactional teaching materials. The second is it's very useful to help learners to interact naturally to transactional spoken discourse, such as in debate or in discussion. Okay, we move to the next session, the explanation about performance spoken discourse. Okay, next. So the last explanation is about performance spoken discourse. Performance spoken discourse is a type of discourse that aim of transmitting information in front of an audience, commonly delivered in the form of monologue rather than dialogue. So, the example of performance spoken discourse is such as speech or presentation. The third is how to analyze the performance spoken discourse. The first is we have to give underline about generic structures of the speech. So from the generic structure of the speech, we can get ways to analyze that discourse. The first is addressing. Address audience to start. The second is reading and gratitude. And the third is attention. Attention grabber, get the audience attention. The first is introduction. Tell what are going to say. And the fifth is body. Tell how. And the sixth is conclusion. Tell them all of you have said. And the last is ending. Make them remember what you have said, or you give them, or you give gratitude. So that's the analysis, how to analyze performance spoken discourse. And we get example like from the speech text. And then the result or things that we found from that analysis is we can say that there is speech outline, how to analyze the performance spoken discourse. So from the 7 points we can get it to be outline of speech. And the last is the implications of performance spoken discourse. The implications from the analysis are: the first is we can use a speech outline to help students in order to be able to recognize ideas logically and clearly in making a speech. The second is students can use appropriate expressions naturally as well as native speaker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have explained to you about this 3 spoken discourses. The next, I would like to explain to you about the conclusion. The conclusion of this video are interactional speaking, focus to how discourse works in social interaction such as classroom conversation and casual conversation. Transactional speaking or transactional spoken discourse focus to explain how discourse as a medium for transmitting messenger in our social life, such as debate and discussion. And the last, performance speaking, focus to mention how discourse in transmitting information. So transactional interactional is focused to tell how discourse work in social interaction. Transactional speaking focus to explain how discourse as a medium for transacting messenger, and the performance speaking discourse focus to mention how discourse and transmitting information in front of the audience. The next. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the closing statement for this video for teacher and learner is in English language teaching. Not only give more attention to language form, but also language function for making it naturally, effectively, and socially, especially in transactional speaking, and performance speaking. And then the last is I don't forget to say, I would like to say thank you so much for my lecturers, Dr. Kaharudin SIPM Hum and Multazam Abu Bakar SSM Hum, who have given me big opportunity and big support to take this video, and success nourishes us. We can because we think that we can. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.